really appreciate you joining me today, and we've got a roundup of news from around the UK. The first story comes from Greater Manchester Police, and it's about a man that has been jailed for 6 years after he rammed police with his vehicle, trying to escape from them during a stop. Kyle Woods, born in 1991 from Didcot Road, Manchester, pled guilty to assault and dangerous driving. He initially was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder following an incident on the 5th of May this year. At around 10:30 p.m. on the day, an officer from Trafford Response Team attended a property in Beach Road in Sale to speak to a woman about reports relating to Woods. About an hour later, the officer left the property and got into his car, and he spotted Woods driving past him in a Vauxhall Movana. The officer quickly manoeuvred his vehicle to prevent Woods from escaping the road, and he got out to speak to him. The officer attempted to engage with Woods, who was turning his vehicle around in the cul-de-sac. However, he quickly accelerated and made his way between a gap and made his escape.
Get out!
The officer was knocked down and the car was damaged, and Woods subsequently drove off from the scene. The officer received a fractured ankle in addition to multiple abrasions and cuts as a result of the attack, and the injuries still affect him several months later. Woods was arrested the following day before being charged with attempted murder, but the charges were later dropped and he pled guilty to assault and dangerous driving. Constable Smith from the Trafford district said, "We are fortunate that the officer was not seriously injured, and thankfully he's back serving the community. Our officers put their safety on the line every single day, and Woods' heinous actions earlier this year demonstrate the sort of violence they can face from criminals on the front line." Greater Manchester Police went on to say that they built a strong case with eyewitness testimony, CCTV footage and medical evidence. The strength of the evidence was so strong that Woods had little option but to admit his guilt. I look forward to hearing what viewers have to say on that story. And staying in Manchester for another story about the death of Jack O'Brien. He was 27 years old and his family have paid tribute, and detectives are continuing to investigate his death. After the incident that occurred, police said they've made several arrests after inquiries. 2 men aged 55 and 53 have been arrested on suspicion of murder, and 2 men aged 53 and 45 have been arrested on suspicion of assisting an offender. Emergency services attended Siddow Common in Leigh at 10 to 7 on the 3rd of December, and a man aged 27 who can now be named as Jack O'Brien was taken to hospital but sadly died shortly after. His family said they're absolutely devastated that somebody has brutally taken our son, brother, uncle and grandson. No mother should have to bury her child, and we have been left with a massive hole in our heart that will never heal. Police are still appealing for any witnesses in the local area to come forward and speak to police, and the investigation was still ongoing. And the police made an update on the 6th of December 2024. Kevin Draper, born in 1969 of Siddow Common, Leigh, has been charged with murder. He was remanded in custody to appear at Manchester Magistrates Court on the 7th of December. Police charged him in relation to the incident that took place on the 3rd of December on Siddow Common, where a man later named as Jack O'Brien sadly passed away following a fatal stabbing. So I want to send my condolences to the family of Jack, and we'll definitely keep you updated on the outcome of that trial. In this other story coming from Cambridgeshire Police, a knife-wielding man who threatened to kill a police officer while he was being pursued through Cambridge has been jailed. Aaron Muxlow, 34 years old, fled from police after they were called to an incident where he abused his ex-partner at her home in Campkin Road, King's Hedges, Cambridge, at 9 a.m. on the 11th of October.
He's got 2 large knives in his hand. I take a left down the back. Keeps turning around and coming at me with the 2 knives. Mate. Alright. I'm fine, I've got about 30 metres between us. But at me.
Aaron, okay, we're going to handcuff you to the front, but we need to make sure you're secure, okay? Aaron, listen to us. Get on your knees. Go on the pavement so you don't dirty your tracksuit. Get on your knees. Put your arms out to the side. We'll come towards you. We'll put you in handcuffs, all right?
Let me smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, we'll put you to smoke a cigarette, okay? But get on your knees. Put your hands out to the side.
You start trying to pull me to
We won't, fella, we won't, okay? Unless you offer... Listen, Aaron. Aaron, unless you offer us any violence... Okay, keep your hands together. Keep your hands as you are. We'll close him. We'll cuff him. Right. Someone got this taser out, just... Yeah. That's fine. No, that's fine. Male detained in cuffs.
Muxlow had pulled a video doorbell off the wall and was being aggressive. Police found him in Nunn's Way, where he pulled a large kitchen knife from his waistband and threatened one of the officers. He ran off and said, "I killed the officer," before he followed him for a distance and waited for firearms police to arrive. Muxlow was eventually arrested by armed police outside a medical centre in Pippin Drive at 2:30 the same day. On Thursday the 28th of October at Cambridge Crown Court, Muxlow of no fixed abode was jailed for 2 years. He pled guilty to criminal damage, possession of a knife in a public place, threats to kill and possession of cannabis. PC Ball said, "Muxlow is a violent individual who threatened my colleague with a knife. This highlights the dangers that police face every day, and Cambridge will be working with partner agencies and local communities to continue to remove knives off the street." I really appreciate you joining me for these updates. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and follow on social media at Scarcity Studios.